Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, we are making the ultimate, cheesiest, creamiest mac and cheese you've ever had. Perfect for Thanksgiving, perfect for the holiday season, perfect for comfort food season. I made a lot of mac and cheese in my life, but once you go this route, you'll never go back to any other kind. It is truly the most delicious in the entire planet. I've got a pot with some water and salt coming to a boil for the pasta. I got a big pot here with nothing in it yet. Adding some butter. Come on, girlfriend. Add some butter. We're going to start with a roux. Now, some people do a roux, some people don't. I find a roux really helps kind of the cheese sauce adhere to the pasta really, really well. I don't add eggs to my mac and cheese. I have done it both. One, I think eggs add nothing. And two, done not correctly, you can end up with scrambled eggs in your mac and cheese. So I don't add eggs. If you add eggs, add a couple of beaten eggs to this recipe, but I don't. So one of the most important things to making mac and cheese is this: freshly grated cheese, a mix of it, okay? I like a Gruyere, I like a sharp yellow cheddar and a sharp white cheddar, and I like them to be freshly grated, okay? I'm doing this way because there's a little catcher in there. It turns into a bowl. If you don't shred your cheese yourself and you buy pre-shredded cheese, I hate to break it to you, you're not gonna have the same consistency mac and cheese. Pre-shredded cheese has like a powder substance on it that keeps it from clumping together, which keeps your mac and cheese from being a creamy emulsion of cheesy goodness. It'll be grainy and it just will not be nearly as good. I should not even say nearly as good, it just won't be good. Okay, pre-grated cheese is not that great. Okay, the butter is melting. It's doing great, wonderful things. We love to see it. I'm gonna give you a few tips here when it comes to mac and cheese, because on Instagram we've been chatting a whole lot this week, and I've gotten so many people asking me, hey, why does my mac and cheese just not taste good? One of those things is this: you're not giving your roux enough time to cook. You want that flour to have a minute to really cook out and get rid of any graininess, and you want it to sort of almost melt with the butter. So you want to give that a good minute. You want it to become foamy and wonderful, and that's going to be a great thickener for your bechamel. Mac and cheese, I feel about mac and cheese the way I feel about mashed potatoes. I want all the fats. So here I have a mixture of milk and heavy cream. Whole milk, please, and heavy cream. I'm gonna slowly add it, whisk it in, and you're just gonna cook this on medium low. I don't like to cook my bechamel too high of a temperature until it begins to thicken. And then in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep shredding my cheeses because I need a total of about like 5 cups or so of cheese, which sounds like a lot, and it is, but it's the ultimate. So let me live. Bechamel's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and add some seasoning. I just keep it very simple. Sometimes, listen, don't come for me. Some things don't need to be seasoned to the gods, okay? This is one of them. Appreciate the luscious creaminess of it. I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic, because I always do, some paprika, and just a touch of nutmeg. The nutmeg goes into pretty much every single cheese sauce bechamel that I make, because you don't taste the nutmeg, but what you do taste is the cheese sauce tasting better and better and better when you add it. I'm gonna go ahead and add some softened cream cheese. I know, you're gonna have to listen to me. This is the ultimate, okay? And then I'm gonna add about half of the cheese, okay? And I'm gonna do it slowly in batches. By the way, I added the pasta to the boiling water. So that is cooking along. The oven is preheated to 350. The cheese is going in. You know it's gonna be good. I'm just adding a little bit at a time. That is simply divine. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a good pinch of salt, freshly ground black pepper. Oh, that tastes so good. So unbelievably good. Whisk it in. Look how just delicious and luscious the sauce is. It's gonna be dynamite. Let me just take it off the heat. It's on, like, pretty much it's off. So let's just taste. Oh, that is beyond phenomenal. It's truly incredible. I'm gonna drain my pasta, meet you back here, and then put everything together. Take your cooked and drained elbow pasta. Now, cook them very al dente. And I know what you're thinking. That's way too much sauce to noodle. I know you're thinking that, but you're gonna have to just trust the process when I tell you this is gonna be incredible, because this is very al dente. This is probably, I wouldn't even pull it. Ayo, I wouldn't even pull it that al dente if I was just serving it with a sauce, but because this is going to go into the oven and bake for a while, it needs to cook further, and that pasta is going to swell. And then just pour it into a greased casserole dish. Anyway, what I was saying was that pasta is going to swell. I don't have another hand to help me. And then it'll just be like the most perfect marriage you've ever seen in your entire life. So trust me, have I ever steered you wrong? Have I? I have not. And then we're gonna top it with the remaining cheese. This is insanely good, and I can't wait for you to eat it. I can't wait for you to try it. Wonderful. If you have a really hot oven, I have a ridiculously hot oven down here. It roasts things perfectly, but sometimes it'll tend to brown the top before I'm ready for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cover it for the first like 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna uncover it for the remaining like 20, because I want this to go into an oven at 350 for about 40 minutes or so, 40 to 45 minutes. And then I'm gonna show you what it looks like, but just let it cool for a little bit. Parmigiano Reggiano over the top for that nice salty nuttiness. And I'll show you what it looks like when she's done. Mac and cheese baked for 45 minutes total. It was about 20 minutes covered and 25 minutes uncovered. I let it sit and rest for a bit, and look at, I mean, it's just perfect. It's just complete perfection. That's the only mac and cheese that I want. You see how it was like really soupy when we made it, and now it's like the most perfect texture. You can look in here. There was nothing swimming around. It's glorious. It's perfect. I'm making 2 pans of this for Thanksgiving because it's such a hit. Oh my goodness. Goodbye. There's never been and never will be a better mac and cheese. Go to laurainthekitchen.com for the written recipe. Hope you enjoy spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.